Hello and welcome to the Friday edition of News Across Nigeria. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Today on the program, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, is in Enugu for the official launch of the federal government's Empower program. The Kogi State government empowers farmers through the central bank's Anchor Borrowers program. And illegal fuel stations go down in Anambra State. Thank you so much for joining us. Nigeria's Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has reaffirmed the federal government's assurance that it is not relenting in tackling youth unemployment in the country through its Empower Build program. The Vice President was speaking at the official launch today in the capital of Enugu State, where he arrived earlier in the day. Empower Build is a program of the federal government intended to engage and train 76 unemployed youth in order to create a new workforce of highly skilled and competent technicians, artisans, and service professionals. According to him, a total of 250 standard training centers have been approved across the country to train 20,000 youth for a period of 1 year. He explained that the training, which includes carpentry and joinery, electrical installation, plumbing, welding, and fabrication, will go a long way towards addressing the lack of skilled youth. Kogi State government says about 4,809 farmers are to benefit from the 2018 Anchor Borrowers wet season rice farming program in the state. Governor Yahaya Bello, who flagged it off at the government house in Lokoja, describes agriculture as a vehicle to tackle poverty, insecurity, and unemployment.
As various states take advantage of the CBN's Anchor Borrowers program, the Kogi State government is meeting with farmers and others in the agriculture value chain to flag off the wet season rice farming.
Thank you.
4,809 farmers from the 21 local government areas in the state have been screened for the program, which encourages the cultivation of paddy rice.
We have mapped the land to the farmers to ensure that we are not dealing with ghost farmers. We have carried out all our checks, and I can confidently say, Your Excellency, these are genuine Kogi farmers that have been certified okay to participate in this program.
The Kogi State government says it wants to reduce the burden on farmers by giving them what they would normally have gone out to procure.
For the fact that you are a farmer, even makes him to believe so much in your ability to produce food that will feed the whole of Kogi State. Not just feeding Kogi State, we were looking forward to exporting the products and also making Kogi State be the hub of agricultural products. I want to please encourage the farmers. As you are benefiting from this loan, please make good use of it.
Farming or any business on a large scale is capital intensive. It's with this realization that Governor Yahaya Bello is appealing to the federal government to use a percentage from recovered looted funds to empower farmers, artisans, and small business owners in the country.
Let me make a personal appeal to Mr. President. We are aware that a lot of this loot that has been recovered will be used to the benefit of the downtrodden. I urge Mr. President to give this loot in form of even soft loans or interest-free loans to the farmers, to the artisans.
The CBN Anchor Borrowers program was established in November 2015 and first launched by President Muhammadu Buhari in Burning Kebbi State. Smallholder farmers are the major beneficiaries of this initiative, which provides farming inputs in cash and kind to boost agricultural output.
Now let's bring you news from Kwara State. Some youth from the All Progressives Congress in the South Senatorial District have raised an alarm over the arrest of 7 of their members, allegedly on the orders of the Minister for Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed. At a news conference in Ilorin, the state capital, the youth under the umbrella of Kwara South Youth stakeholders alleged that the arrest by the State Police Command was a fallout of the party's Ward Congress on Saturday, May the 5th, where the minister's candidate lost to the candidate supported by the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki. But the minister and the police have denied the accusations.
As far as the Kwara South Youth Stakeholders Forum is concerned, this World Congress is the real reason why the 7 youths in question were arrested. The youths claimed the Minister of Information and Culture, having lost out on the polls, could not swallow the bitter pill that defeat at an election forced him to ingest. They also alleged that the minister is working hands in glove with the police by wrongfully arresting the youths.
We call on the entire world, civil groups, local and international media, civil society organizations on the plot to frame anything about Saraki in Kwara State. As Nigeria, the Constitution provides a room for freedom of lawful association, and we shall never be intimidated for pitching our tent whatsoever who decided.
Also weighing in on the matter is the Kwara South APC. The chairman, Mr. Jimo Balogun, claims that efforts made to secure the youths on bail has failed. To make it worse, he adds that the youths have all been transferred to Abuja.
I was there yesterday to tell them that our youth has been arrested. They said who? I said, I mentioned some names. They said I should just hold on. I said, I should hold on for what? We have been making effort since they arrested them. In fact, up to now, some of our lawyers, our men are there seeking how they will get them on bail.
The Kwara State Police Command is having none of this. Its public relations officer not only denies arresting any youth in Oro town, but insists also that those arrested were in connection to an armed robbery attack in Offa town.
It is possible the investigation had led to the arrest of some suspects in relation to Offa robbery that have been taken to Abuja. We are not affiliated with any political party. Our allegiance is to the federal government of Nigeria. And I can tell you that we are not in a position to be used by any body against anybody.
Just like the police, the information minister refutes the claims made by the Kwara Youth Group. Part of the statement issued by the minister's aides reads, "The Honourable Minister vehemently rejects this accusation. He has nothing to do with the arrest of the youth in Kwara South and believes, contrary to the allegation by the stakeholders, that the arrest has nothing to do with the World Congress in his hometown. The Honourable Minister wishes to state that the police, in the exercise of its constitutional responsibility, does not need to be goaded by anyone to carry out arrests when necessary." End of quote. As the accusations continue, pacifists within the APC will be hoping that the ongoing rancor is resolved quickly so as to position the party as a united unit ahead of the forthcoming general elections.